Hey guys, welcome to Top 5 Niches of the Week, episode 149. I've got 5 print-on-demand niches that are going to increase your sales in the near term. That means 1 week out. That means a month out in some cases. And I've got 2 niches that are selling really well that I think you should avoid. So let's get to them. Let's kick the show off with my Amazon merch sales update. In the last week, I made 403 sales. 310 came from the US market. And on the US market, I made about $1,175. The rest of the international markets probably combined for maybe another $300 or so. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I do post daily sales updates to my story. Link in the description. All right, here is the top 10. This is not the top 5 niches of the week. This is the top 10 best sellers right now, excluding the big protected brands. And one thing I want to talk about, I mentioned there were 2 niches that I think you should steer clear of. I don't want to bury the lead because I want you to protect your merch accounts. And I mean, generally speaking, if Amazon merch is not allowing you to sell it, it's typically good advice to avoid selling on other platforms. But we know other platforms like Etsy, like Redbubble, like eBay, even Seller Central on Amazon Seller Central don't tend to be as strict with the rejection. They don't even use approval rejection algorithms a lot of times. But anyways, the big rep. This popped up on a radar during a private community meeting a couple weeks back, and we all kind of figured out that this is, I think, referring to something related to Taylor Swift. That's why when you do a little research, you notice that there's only one seller for anything related. All right, I think it's something to do with like her album called Reputation, and the font is matching. Anyways, this is a long way or short way of saying like just steer clear of this. Another one, Mañana Será Bonita probably, right? Mañana Será Bonita, whatever. When I only see a couple products listed and the high-end BSR is 29,000, so it's on a lot of people's radars, this is kind of screaming to me, and I could be wrong, but this is probably like a good example of when it was kind of like this. When this popped up on our radar, we didn't know it was related to Taylor Swift. So we do some research and it's like, okay, my spidey senses are tingling with the big rep that this is probably not allowed. Well, this is giving me the same kind of vibes. If you know what this is, if it's protected, let me know in the comments. But I do have a video that I link in the description of every top 5 niches called Is This Niche Safe? All right. And if you haven't seen that video, you should watch it because it helps determine, it's not just how to check trademarks. It's beyond that. If something is safe to sell, because it's not, you know what I mean? Like trademarks are something that need to be checked, but beyond that, there's additional due diligence that we should do to protect our seller accounts. All right, to the top 5 niches. Niche number 1, the reason we're here, April Fools. All right, this is a forward-looking show. April Fool's Day coming up April 1st. You want to get some shirts up now. I mean, you want to get some shirts up probably last week, but either way, if you're in like tier 10, tier 25, you want to be hitting these niches. You want to be agile, jump from big niche to big niche to big trend to big trend. Don't overlook April Fool's Day. It's easily overlooked because people are like, oh, Easter's coming. But April Fool's Day for sure, going to have a lot of sales taking place. And honestly, there isn't necessarily a single direction to put your shirts in for April Fools in my mind anyways. It seems like there's just a lot of different directions you can go with it. Like the jester hat, just little joke shirts, you know what I mean? You can just put text only designs together with funny jokes that like make sense for someone to wear on April Fool's Day. Or even if they don't, you can still market it as an April Fool's Day shirt and get indexed on those keywords and see some sales around this time of year. By the way, funny April Fool's Day joke, you can put a little sticky note underneath somebody's mouse, and then when they get to work the next day, if you go to like the office or something, you want to mess with your coworkers, they'll be like using their mouse and nothing will move because the little optical laser will be blocked by the sticky notes. That's a good one. All right, niche number 2. Let me know your favorite April Fool's pranks in the comments. All right, niche number 2, Good Friday. All right, everybody's thinking Easter, Easter, Easter. What about Good Friday? Don't overlook Good Friday. You can see some of these BSRs are already doing really well. And a lot of these could be seen as Easter shirts and Good Friday shirts. But again, optimizing for one set of keywords like Good Friday, while everybody else is focused on the same set of keywords Easter, can be a way of reducing your competition in theory. All right. Niche number 3. Oops, before we get to niche number 3, guys, quick reminder, in the description, you can find a link to my free mini course for 2023. It is extremely thorough. I spend probably on average an hour and a half writing each email. If you join, I'll send you an email every day for like 20 days. And it's basically the blueprint to replicate my approach to print on demand, and it's free. So check that out. It's linked in the description. Also, my print-on-demand Facebook group, I'd love to have you there. I know a lot of you guys are already members, but just thought I'd plug it. All right, niche number 3, autism awareness. April is Autism Awareness Month, guys, and anytime there's a whole month dedicated to a big niche, you typically see that spike in demand in the beginning of the month. I verified this on Google Trends. I don't think I took a screenshot for this video, but you'll definitely see the most sales if you're in this niche in the first week of April. So you really want to be hitting this hard ahead of that time period, right? Ahead of that, because if you hit it during that week or after that week, it's going to be a lot harder to capitalize on. There's a lot of different autism awareness sub niches. And of course, it's all for a good cause. One thing I would mention, by the way, while this is, supporting a good cause, if you're going to make any like charitable donations with proceeds, you cannot say that on Amazon merch, even though it's a great thing to do, and I'm all for it. You can't say anything about that on Amazon merch. It's explicitly against the rules. They explicitly state it in their resources under the content policy. So I thought I'd just throw that out there. Anyways. Here you can see like a lot of the BSRs start really improving basically in mid-March is when this starts really popping up on people's radars. They start taking it seriously. Now, if you aren't a member of Creative Fabrica, if you've been living under a rock, you can join for I think $4.99 a month is the discounted rate they gave me if you use my link in the description. And there are so many resources to help you make good designs in the autism awareness niche. So of course I'll link to them in the description. And you know what? I decided to try something new yesterday. Yes, I work on Saturdays. I'm a crazy person. Not always, but if I'm not doing anything fun, I'll still get some work done during the day after I work out. All right. The creative juices were flowing. I made a 50 niche bundle all for autism awareness. And in addition to that, if you want to buy it for $9.99, guys, and if you don't want to, forgive me, give me another 10 seconds to plug what I did. I put this together, 50 autism awareness niches, including pictures of the designs so it inspires you for your designs. I put a video together where I show you how I would make designs in this niche, so you get to watch me do it. I give you the template that I made in the video, and I give you additional notes like the hex codes, where to get graphics, peak demand season, all that stuff. Linked in the description if you want to check it out, guys. If you're on my email list, you already saw me plug it yesterday. All right, niche number 4. Thanks for bearing with me here while I plug all this stuff. Niche number 4, guys, Easter. We already know Easter's coming. This is the big obvious one when I think we think of, well, besides my birthday, of course. I was born in April. I know that's the first thing everybody thinks of. But then Easter, of course. Just kidding. Shout out to Jesus, of course, too. I'm not trying to steal his thunder. We have Easter. We have Easter Bunny. We have Jesus. We have Good Friday. We have all that good stuff. Don't overlook Easter. Somehow the I do what I want cat is indexed when you search for Easter. Not sure why, but anyways, yeah, Easter's, there's going to be a ton of sales taking place in Easter, obviously. And if there's 50 sub niches available in autism awareness, there's 150 in Easter. You know what I mean? So Easter is, you just got to hone in on a specific set of sub niche keywords. It can't just be Easter shirt. Oh, look, I sold an Easter shirt. What were your keywords? Easter shirt. Can you find your own shirt when you search for it? No. Why can't I? Well, because did you see in the corner where it says, results 1 through 40 of over 50,000, right? Over 50,000 in this case probably means like, 2.5 million results, right? If not more, so be specific, hone in on specific sets of keywords. The more generic it is, when it's a lot of competition in that niche, the harder it's going to be to make sales. All right, niche number 5. 420. All right, we're looking ahead to April 20th. That is 1 month out from today, March 19th. The 420 shirts, though, I mean, look at the BSRs. You see the top 10 behind me here, and if I duck my shoulder down, you can see even the rank 10 shirt on 420 still has a BSR of 268,000. You know what I mean? The average BSR of the top 10 is around 200,000 right now. We're a month out from 420, and you're still seeing quite a bit of demand in this niche. This is the type of niche, by the way, that sees a spike around the specific date, but makes year-round sales. And the thing is, you don't need to trust me. You can actually check Podly, look at the BSR history. This is the 30-day BSR history. You can expand that out to the last year or all time, and you'll see it. You know what I mean? You'll just see a little bit more of a dip relative to the rest of the year around 420 in this case, but not every holiday is like that. You know what I mean? Like July 4th, you're going to see, a ton of sales around July 4th. You're not going to see them necessarily for the rest of the year. Right? Because it's such a specific theme. But, everybody that loves their 420 shirts probably can enjoy a 420 shirt. Like, if they care enough about 420 to wear a t-shirt for that holiday, they're probably, down to buy a shirt in this niche year round. Let's be honest. All right, emerging trends. here we go. These are shirts that saw a significant jump in BSR recently. By the way, I did a little trick here. If you just look at the default view in Podly, my go-to niche research tool for print on demand, if you just do the default, you can get a little bit of skewed results because it may be a shirt that had like a 10 million BSR that just made one sale. And that's going to make it have a huge jump in BSR, which won't necessarily be indicative of that it deserves to be on the trending. So what you can do is just like, there's a toggle for average BSR. Just play with the toggle for average BSR, bring it down to like under 1.5 million, which is the default. And it will do a good job of like filtering out a lot of what I just described, shirts that have just not made a sale in months or a year, and they don't actually deserve to be in the trending. Okay. Looking ahead, these are niches related to kind of random holidays. We have April 19th, National Garlic Day. So these are all a month out at least. These are great, by the way, not just for merch t-shirts, but like I've had success selling like coffee mugs, you know what I mean, for some of these random days on Seller Central, on Etsy, right? April 20th, Chinese Language Day. April 21st, Kindergarten Day. April 22nd, Earth Day. Shout out Earth Day. Shout out to Earth. April 23rd, Lover's Day. All right. It's not Valentine's Day. It's Lover's Day. They're trying to, at all costs, like they're desperately trying to make more consumerism driven holidays, right? Lover's Day. It's Valentine's Day part 2, I guess. All right. The archive. These are trends from 11 months ago, meaning if we look 1 month forward this year, this could potentially be indicative of what will be popular based on 11 months ago. So April 2022. We have Earth Day. I'm not old, I'm classic, because of course it's always there. Go Planet, it's your Earth Day. Earth Day, howdy howdy, birthday boy. Okay, so a lot of Earth Day stuff, some Ukraine stuff, and some generic stuff. All right, remove designs, here we go. These are recently deleted in the last 2 weeks. We had a Pi Day design, Grandmasaurus, Stand for the Flag, Kneel Before God. I don't know why these are removed, guys. Nothing's really standing out to me, though, as like a theme. Okay, actually, I think this one has, is that a Manchester United shield right there? It looks familiar. It looks like a Premier League team. I could be wrong. All right, guys, thanks for watching. My full print on demand course linked in the description if you want my exact step-by-step, basically replicate how I started, scaled, and automated my print on demand business that makes me 6-figure profits every single year. You can find that in that course. It's linked in the description. And my private community, I go live twice a week. We do a live presentation every Wednesday, call it the live stream. Then I do office hours on Friday. It's more collaborative. And there's a ton of resources in there. And if you have any questions, you just post it there. I answer, we collaborate together. So anyways, check that out, linked in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new video.